Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Throwback Thursday, where we do some review of the basic behavioral interventions that we talk about here at Daisy Girl Communications, Unpacking Mormonism, and Raising Crazy podcasts. It has been, and I'm trying something new. So if I'm like looking everywhere, it's because you should see my setup. In fact, Alex, go ahead and pull up that mess. So those of you who are watching this on my personal Facebook Live account, you're not going to see these pictures. So I will make sure that I post them on Facebook after the show. But I am a mess. Like, you guys, look at that. I am using a paper towel roll to prop up my webcam because this Clorox bleach wipes was too short, but I have merchandise coming out of my ears as things are coming in. You can see right here behind me, I've got the full shelf of merchandise. Alex, if you want to do that next picture of the merchandise, as my book is getting ready to come out, I got news that the links for pre-sales should be live any day. We're just waiting for those to populate and come in. And as soon as those come in, we're going to release those. And then I have this merchandise that you, for those on my personal page, let me just turn this camera a little bit for you. Right there, I've got some merchandise. If you're on my professional side, seeing this on my professional Facebook profile, we'll have that picture up. So with proof of purchase. Hi, Shannon. It's great to see you here. I'm really excited to see you today. With proof of purchase of my book, you will get free merchandise, one of the items that you see up here on the shelf, or something else. I still have a couple of things that are coming in, and I am working with my good friend Danielle. She and I are both so busy that we need to connect here soon, but my good friend Danielle is going to be designing some Daisy Girl t-shirts with that spirituality quote of mine on them that I'm super excited about. She does a great job with those t-shirts, and we're going to probably do some hoodies and whatnot. But I am in the process of scheduling some book signings and other events. I'm going to be in Snowflake. I'm working with Sam Mattis to come and do a book signing in Snowflake, Arizona at the Purgatory. So Sam and I are ironing out those details. We'll get those dates to you. But yeah, things are revving up. So once again, Alex, pull up my absolute mess. You are going to see cords, and there's a stress ball in the corner. If you see the little red stress ball there in the corner, Kleenex, cords, cams, microphones. We are an absolute disaster here in the recording studio. And then we're very deceptive. You get this beautiful background of me. Now, my kids' favorite, I've got a picture of the pen. And again, for those joining me on my personal Facebook account, I will post these pictures later. But my children's absolute favorite of the merchandise is the cell phone wallet that has the little pop things. I can't remember the puppets, whatever they're called, thing on there. And then I bought the pen. So this pen is really cool, y'all. And I'm going to have to stock up on them. It is my favorite. It is a screen cleaner, stylus, and real pen all in one. And the pen actually is decent. It's not a cheap piece of junk on here. And we ordered it with the darker skinned person in honor of diversity and our daughter, Abigail. So I'm really excited about this merchandise. I hope you guys are as excited about it as I am. So yeah, this is really exciting. Hi, Andrea. I love you. Tell your girls I said hello. I used to babysit Andrea's kids, and they were basically my first experience at parenting for a prolonged period of time. Like, I camped out in Andrea's house for a week, and I love your girls like they're my own, and they're all adults now with their own kids. So I don't think I get to claim the grandkids as mine, but it's great to see you here today, Andrea. Thanks for joining us. So our review today is on our core concepts is, what is the difference between codependence and dependence? It's really common on social media for people to mislabel the behavior with the wrong term. And so when you're talking in a behavioral health perspective, it's important to use and understand the right terminology in order for you to understand what your behavioral health specialist is talking about. I will post this meme on my personal page as well. But I created this meme today for this show that is kind of like my easy go-to. What is the difference between somebody who is codependent and somebody who is dependent? My understanding of the history of this word is that it was made popular by, oh goodness, her name is Melody Beattie, I believe, in her book Codependent No More. And what Melody was describing was the behaviors of the individual who was in an intimate relationship with somebody who was struggling with alcoholism. And one of the things that became really interesting is that we actually saw the codependent behaviors that Melody outlined across people who had been traumatized or people who were living in toxic or unhealthy relationships or have complex PTSD. And so that definition is codependent is a trauma response. And the way that we view that trauma response is by seeing the survivor try and control other people. So what's described in Melody's book, Codependent No More, which I should have gotten a picture of that book. I've got it somewhere. I'll have to pull that up and post that for you guys as well. The book is, 20, 30 years old, and it is still widely recommended in my field as something that is a great resource for understanding the toxic behavioral responses of somebody who has been victimized by trauma or addictive behaviors, a survivor. And what that is a need to control the alcoholics, the addicts, or the abuser's behavior in order for me, the survivor or the victim, to feel better. It's a coping mechanism. And so what it looks like is things like, I'm going to call the alcoholic hundreds of times, trying to identify where they are. What time are you going to be home? I'm going to micromanage your whereabouts in order to prepare myself for the unexpected, abusive, explosive, uncomfortable event. So when we talk about somebody who is exhibiting codependence, we are talking about a coping skill where the coper, the victim, the survivor, is trying to micromanage and control the person that has perpetrated against them or harmed them in some way. So Alex, if we get any questions, I'm looking back and forth at all of these screens. Go ahead and feel free to throw those up on the StreamYard screen. And then also my listeners who are on my personal page where we're kind of doing this live and in two separate things, feel free to ask your questions, because this Throwback Thursday is meant to be an interaction with my audience on a regular basis. And so one of the things that we tend to do where we misrepresent what codependence is we utilize the term, oh, that person is codependent, when what we're actually talking about is toxic dependence. And dependence is where the individual is exhibiting a coping skill where they are over relying on somebody else to meet their needs. So dependence looks like, I can't make a decision on my own. I need a lot of reassurance in order to feel confident about myself. I need somebody else to provide all of the finances, all of the resources that I have. I'm so insecure. I can't provide for myself. Therefore, I am over reliant on others. And so this meme, I just shortened those explanations to codependent means I'm coping by controlling others, and dependent means I'm coping by expecting other people to meet my needs. It's a subtle difference, but it makes a huge difference in our comprehension and understanding as we begin to talk about codependent behaviors versus dependent behaviors on other people. So that is our live show today. It is absolutely fabulous to see more people. I've got several people on both streams, it looks like, watching us today. So Alex, are there any questions that I've got so far? If not, we will sign off. As always, this show is meant to be that really quick snippet on your lunch break. We are better than a cup of espresso, although I'm going to tell you right now that when I'm done here, I'm going to go down my chai tea before my next client comes in and I head back into counseling for the rest of today. Alex, I don't see any questions, so I'm going to say thanks so much. If you do have questions and you missed us live today, please don't hesitate to reach out and email me at daisygirlcommunications@gmail.com. We've received an influx of messages recently, and it's been really great to email people. I've had somebody from Utah that runs a newspaper ask me for a lot of the citations of the work that I did. And I was able to send them 12 research articles and 2 links, I think is what I sent them, in order for them to go back and follow the source material of the things that I was citing. And that was really exciting for me. So thank you so much for joining us. As always, please reach out if you want to be more connected. Sign up to receive our newsletter. And once again, a reminder, as my book comes out and those links go live, if you provide proof to me that you purchased my book, I will send you some free merch and it'll be a surprise. You could get a mug, you could get a notebook, you could get my cute little pen or a wallet and t-shirts and all of that other thing. It's just going to be a little surprise to see what you get. Thanks so much, and we will see you next week at our Throwback Thursday, sometime between 12:15 and 12:30 Central Standard Time. Bye, everybody. Thanks so much.